think I've been here before putting, well, must have put caps on it. I don't know what size it is. 7/8. It's probably 3.5. 3 ton. Looks like it's a 3 ton. It's pretty crusty. That's really low. That should be like 100 and, let me see. Standing pressure. What's the temperature outside now? 70, 80 degrees, 75?
About 70.
70? Alright, R22 is a PT chart right here. See it? R22 at 70 degrees. Should be 125 psi. See 72?
Yeah.
Should be 125 when we're 50. So standing pressure, if there was any refrigerant in this condenser at all, it'd be 100 and at 72, be 125 pounds. You want to see it?
Oh, I believe you.
So if I start this thing up, it's going to be pulling into a vacuum. That's why it iced up. So I mean, this thing's old already at this point. Why don't you just put another? Why don't you just upgrade and put another system in? I just can't dump gas into this thing because it's too low. You know, if this thing was, you know, a little bit low, I could add gas to it. But if I put gas in this thing now and it leaks out in a week or a month, you're gonna call me back and you're gonna be bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, this is the R22 stuff.
Okay.
You want to dump $800 worth of gas into this thing and it lasts a week?
No.
Morning, guys. It is July 24th, 2021, Saturday morning. This one here, the other day I went over a good customer of mine's house and his AC was all iced up. And he's got an old Goodman round turret furnace over there it was on its last leg for a long time, and he's got a Mana 3-ton outside condensing unit with an A coil, older stuff. Probably, you know, 18 years old, this type of thing. And I shut it off for a day and I went back. So it was, you know, de-iced when I went back. And it was, I put my gauges on, it was only 50 pounds pressure in the system, which should have been like 120. 75, 80 degree day for R22. You know, it should be like 120. When you put it, it was down to 50 pounds. So we know it had a major leak. If I would have started it up, would have pulled in a vacuum. But anyway, we're going over there. We're going to change out the system. We want to put a new furnace in, new A coil, tie the sheet metal in, and put a new condenser outside. I'm going to reuse the line set because it's kind of in the way it's run through the house. It's going to be hard to change the line set. So we'll blow out the line set with dry nitrogen, and so I'm planning on doing it today, Saturday. It's early. It's probably like 6:30. I'm going to get there for 7. And yeah, new condensing unit, new gas furnace, 80 plus, and a new A coil. So it's going to be all assholes and elbows today to try to get it done. I don't think I'll get it done today. I figured 2 days, but it's going to rain tomorrow, so I got to do what I can do. Good customer of mine. I mean, there's no sense in just putting a new AC system on top of that old brown turd furnace. It's actually, I think I put my carbon monoxide detector on there last year, my combustion analysis meter, and she was had some little funky readings, so heat exchanger might be a little bit compromised on that. Well, that's why it's being changed. I told him that he really needs to change that furnace a while ago. So, you know, I don't really try to push equipment on people unless it's needed. If the stuff's old and it needs to be replaced and it's not worth patching, matching it, then it's time to go. It's time to go. He gave me the okay yesterday, and I called in the stuff and had it delivered yesterday. Got it in the house and going back first thing this morning to do it over the weekend for the guy. Look at 25 pounds standing pressure. I mean, there's nothing in this thing. So it's gotta go. cabin furnace is coming out. The coil's coming out. We use this line set. I'm plugged into the power here so I can see where the breakers are by this light. I'm not sure which one it is, but it might be this one, number 5. Nope. That's not it. Should be a 15. Just have to go down until we figure out which one it was. Furnace. Yeah, that's it right there. It's labeled. It's labeled. Alright, so I've been coming here since 06. Been working on it. 09, 12, 14, 15, 20. The smoke pipe's gonna go right into that. And just tie it right in with the new one. Alright, so I got the furnace out, the A-coil, cabinet, smoke pipe, blower, and I cut like 6 inches off, or 8 inches off the plenum. Because as I put the furnace in, and the A-coil, I cut this. This was to here. It was a little bit too high, so instead of going with 2 inches, I went with like 8. So my transition will be like 8 inches. I had to take these shelves out so I can get behind there. You can't get behind here. So what I gotta do is I gotta pull the blower out of the furnace now and cut this panel and slide the furnace in. Not easy, Mom. Not easy being cheesy. I put cardboard down here so I don't ruin the guy's floor. I'm gonna disconnect this blower, pull this out, and I gotta cut the cabinet on the side for the. There's my mark where I have to cut this. So when I slide this in, you know, and screw it in, the filter will go on the side. Got the panels over here, the door panels over here. Alright. So I pull the fan out, and I cut that piece with that grinder. I can put the fan back in and put my bottom on, tape it all up, and slide this baby in. Yeah. Probably gonna leave the fan out until I get this, because I might have to put some screws in or whatever on the other unit. Coming along. This furnace, you got it. This bottom panel comes separate. It goes in the bottom, tucks in over here, and you can see there's 2 screws that you screw in this way. But I added one here, so this isn't bouncy. And I added one over here. I just gotta tape this off good, then I'll flip over, because the return's on the side now, right? So I just gotta tape this off good before I slide the furnace in, so there's no air leaks. Alright guys, I got the blower back in. I got the electrical screwed into place. Down. I just gotta do the low voltage. I just moved this out of the way, this gas pipe, so I could get in here. And I did the panning on the top. All 4 sides. I just have to tape it. That's all done. This back panel I screwed from the inside because I can't really, the return is just the same return that was there. filter just slides right in. But I just gotta tape all that stuff really good. And then I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut away the condenser and blow these lines out, because they go all the way through the house, in the garage and down, and I'm gonna reuse that line set. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tape all this stuff up really good with the tape stuff, and I'll take this door off so I can tape it really good. The condensate pump's gonna go on the end, the bottom here. I come out on an angle here. I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna put my once this moves out of the way, I can put my my trap will fit right in there. Glue right in there, the overflow. What we're getting there. So I want to concentrate on taping that up. Get these refrigerant lines blown out. Get that outside unit out. Get these refrigerant lines connected. And start pulling a vacuum. And then I'll worry about the gas pipe and all this after. Because I might have to come back tomorrow and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So I want to get the outside work done. Alright, so I'm in the back here. It's a little tight. I got it all taped. I couldn't get that back side, it's too tight. So, I'll do what we can. I put this strap on the back here to hold that back from kicking out. It's all taped. I did take this door off and I got it up underneath the door, so that's a better job. I just couldn't get in between there, it's too tight. Not bad. It's coming along. I'm gonna cut away that condenser now and get this refrigerant piping done. I'll go here at 7. I got my dry nitrogen there. I got like 200 pounds. Yo, how you doing, Mama? Blow them lines out. I did put this, I put the new pad on the ground and then I put the other pad on top because it's a little bit smaller, but it's still big enough to cover the unit. So we're going to use both pads. There was nothing in there, nothing really blew out of that thing. Looks pretty clean. All I gotta do is tie that in. Tie that in and tie the side in, and then we'll pressure test it and give it the old vacuum treatment. Should be pressure in this thing. Yep, it was. There's no pressure in there, then you're in trouble. That's what I use. Stay-Bright 8. High silver count. It's good stuff. And there's the flux I use right there. Matching flux that goes with it. You want to get the red container, not the blue. I can put my nitrogen charge on there now and see what happens. They're set for a while. I did put new gaskets in there. Let me give it a good. The old ones were pretty bad. I ripped them out and put new ones in there. Let that sit a little bit. I put brand new gaskets in there, so I got my vacuum stuff ready. Change the line set's going to be a little bit of a deal, but I don't think the line set was leaking. Comes in here, it goes up, and it runs in here, along here, and it's behind the unit, and so it's kind of a job to change the line set. So we're going to leave it for now. Should be fine. I said a lot of guys get all bumhurt about the soft solder shit, but it ain't going to blow out. Yeah, she's tight. She's tight. I put Nyalog on everything, tightened everything up good by hand. That's the secret to a good vacuum, is that Nyalog stuff. That stuff, as long as you got good gaskets, put some of this on there. The cat's ass. I'm fine there. Nikon's been running for about, I don't know, half hour maybe, while I was doing all this stuff. Wow. I'll just shut these off. If I don't shut these off, I'll, blow refrigerant into my vacuum pump and blow the oil out. I'll do that. We'll have AC today. And I can finish working on the heat. Red, white, yellow, and green. I'm going to turn it on for now because it's not going to come on because I got it off downstairs anyway. Nothing's wired. So when I do turn it on, it'll come on for cooling. Alright, so I'm going to have the red, which is the feed going up to the thermostat. The yellow, which is the condenser. The white, which is the heat, and the green, which is the fan, and this blue is going to be the common. Because I got to send the common out to the condenser. and tie in the yellow, right? Then I got the power going up. The green is the fan, and the white's the heat. So I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this in here, and then bring this wire up and make some connections here, because it's too short. And then we'll be good to go. Alright, so I got the condensate hooked up. Well, it's going down inside the water, so you don't need a trap. Some guys say you need a trap on the on an A coil on the opposite side of the fan, but if it's going down into the water, that's acting like a trap also. So I got this overflow switch that runs down. So I'm taking the red, run up to the overflow switch, and then back down. And then I hook up the red to the thermostat. And I got the white that goes for the heat, the green, which is the fan, the yellow, which is the condenser, and the blue is the common going out to the condenser. He doesn't have a common on his thermostat. I just left all the wires here. Just gotta cut that, but we're ready to run the AC. I put this cover on it, and then we turn the power on, and we could check the AC. And then once we get that, I could finish the heat, finish the gas pipe and the smoke pipe, and then carbon monoxide detector, and I'm done. Got this on. Let me put the door on, and we can fire it up. Fire it up. Fire it up. Alright guys, so I got the low voltage coming in over here. The yellow and the common. I'm gonna pull this in here. And I got 30 amps coming over here, 220 on the ground. So I should be ready to go. A lot of times these shut these off and you turn them back on is a problem. These square D. We'll find out. Should be ready to go. I think I got it off on the breaker and the panel. Yeah. Got the breaker off there. That should be good now. Okay, button this up and we should be ready to go now. I did put a piece of hose on there. Left that copper that was there, it's going over to the drain. We'll let it run outside for a bit and we'll check the charge. Houston, we have ignition. Alright, so see that subcooling at 3? It's going to be up 9, 10, something like that, because it's got a TXV, right? Regulated with a TXV. Our superheat's being regulated 15 with a TXV. So we gotta bring that subcooling up. Put a little bit of juice in there. Flip this tank upside down, open it, flip the tank upside down. We'll give it a little, how you doing? We'll give it a little bit of how you doing there. You don't want to put in too much, you just want to put in a little so you can flash it with the gas. Just don't want to dump a bunch of liquid in there because it's got a flash. See, I'm about 130 there, so we want to go up maybe 10 or 20 is probably good. You don't want to go too much and dump a bunch of liquid in there because it's got a flash with the gas. That's the suction. That's the suction line coming back. Put some in and we'll let it stabilize. We want to bring this up to 9 or 10 or something like that. Alright, see we're at 9. I put a little in and I let it run for a while and it's gonna, you know, until it stabilizes. That's good right there. That's good right there. Alright, so our suction's 126. Our subcooling's right around 10. 9.5, and our superheat's being regulated with the TXV, the bulb, right? And the TXV is regulating the superheat. So there you go. I got the smoke alarm, carbon monoxide detector there. I got the smoke pipe done, tied in. Put a hanger there. I got the gas pipe tied in. Put a couple in there and an elbow and change this piece. But that should be ready to go. I just have to come back. I'm gonna probably come back tomorrow and pick up. I gotta get out of here by 4. So I got a little time to pick up. Probably gonna have to come back and pick up all this stuff in the condenser in the morning. Sunday morning. I have somewhere to go tonight. If not, I could have finished, but it's a lot of work for one day. I got somewhere I gotta go, so I can come back in the morning and finish it. It's a brown shitter. Alright guys, I gotta go back tomorrow and pick up the stuff, but 7 to 3:30. 7 to 3:30, I got the system all up and running. I gotta probably do a combustion test on the heat part of it tomorrow morning. If I didn't have somewhere to go tonight, I would have just finished it, but I probably had another half an hour of picking up stuff and maybe half an hour of combustion test run the heat, so about another hour. Then by the time you get home, unload it, probably an hour and a half by the time everything's done. So 3:30, 4:30, would have been 5 o'clock when I would have been done with the job if I didn't have to leave. 7 to 5. Not any bad. Take an old system out, get the whole new system in, up and running. Got rid of the stuff. 10 hours. That's good time for one guy. I'm just by myself, you know. What the flip are you guys doing over here? What the flip's going on here? Holy shit!